me, looking at what's going on globally, it just, no matter where you look, we are seeing problems, whether it's between race relations, governments, citizens revolting and protesting against their governments, the Brexit. You know what? Is this a sign of simply the crumbling financial environment?
That's a big part of it. You know, as I always say, when people lose everything and have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And that's what we're looking at now. We also have an atmosphere of violence that was created in part, to a very large part, by the United States in the launch of the war on terror, going back to following 9/11. And, you know, they came out with a report. This is a trend tracking tip, by the way. What they do in the government is they issue information that they don't want the people to see, but are somehow obligated to release it, either just before a holiday or on a Friday afternoon. Friday afternoon, all the major media, in the print media particularly, they're gone by 2 in the afternoon. They're closed down for the weekend. Saturday is the least watched and read newspaper day of the week. So this past week, they released that 28 pages from the 9/11 Commission that they've been holding back. And while it's heavily redacted, it shows proof positive that the Saudis are very involved in this. I don't have the exact number in front of me, but to the best of my recollection, it's about 15 of the 19 or 17 attackers that brought down the World Trade Center and hit the Pentagon were Saudis. Oh, they were? Why did we invade Afghanistan? Why are we there after now for nearly 16 years?
Wow. Well, go answer that question, please, sir.
What?
Please answer that question.
How come we didn't invade Saudi Arabia? Read the report. All the information's there. It shows you how the Saudi intelligence is working with these people.
Right, right. A lot of misdirected anger out there.
So when you're asking me about what's going on globally, in trend forecasting, you keep putting the pieces together. So then they launched the Iraq War based on lies. The fact was that Saddam Hussein never had weapons of mass destruction and ties to Al-Qaeda. They came out with the Chilcot report out of the UK, out of the news, that Tony Blair, in fact, knew it as well, and dismissed those people that tried to push forward the lies that they were being told and saying this isn't true. Even their intelligence agency said it was being pumped up. So now let's look at the situation globally. Oh, I forgot the Libyan war. You remember that, Kenneth? Yeah, Obama was going to launch a humanitarian mission, destroyed the most prosperous nation in Africa, and turned it into a hellhole. Yeah. Total destruction of the place, chaos. The people that they armed, those moderate rebels, now they armed them to go into Syria. Over 300,000 dead Syrians, over 1 million dead Iraqis, hundreds of thousands of dead Afghans. Let's go back to the global destabilization. We saw what just happened in Turkey. Isn't Turkey behind overthrowing Assad and supporting those moderate rebels in Syria?
Yep.
And isn't Turkey, after Erdogan's party lost their dominance a year ago, June, launches a war against those Kurdish separatists? Oh, and then let's go back to France. Go back to our Trends Journal, the winter edition. 2013. Under France invades Mali. The Mali civil war, which has already turned 300,000 of its citizens into refugees, is but one of the many conflicts in the region. In response, the rebels sent a loud message that could be heard around the world. This is from the Christian Science Monitor, the headline. Mali Islamists threaten to retaliate at the heart of France. Today they threaten payback. And we went on to say, as we go to press, French President Hollande, with support from President Obama, has launched airstrikes into Mali and sent French ground troops to attack rebel forces. What are you doing over in Mali? You can't get over the French colonial trip. Wow. Oh, how about you also went into Niger? Niger? Where's that? Oh, it's the place with all those uranium mines. And who has more nuclear power than any other country? Couldn't be France, could it? Right next to Mali, Niger is, isn't it? Right on the border where they launched these wars. So what you have a situation beginning with George Bush Sr., who launched the first war against Iraq that brought bombs and occupation and drones, slaughtered millions since that time, carried on by Clinton, carried on by Bush Jr., carried on by Obama. Obama's reportedly killed 4,000